Stojkovic goes the wrong way, and Ghana are going the right way.
Chris Hughton is set to be named as the next head coach of the Ghana Black Stars. That's according to Sports World. Today we're going to discuss whether Hughton is the man to take Ghana to the next level. Another candidate has popped up on the radar for some people, and it is Hughton. We'll look at those two options and look at the comments coming in on Sule Ali Muntari on the Black Stars players' commitment and behavior in the dressing room in an interview with 3 Sports, and also link it to whether the coach changing him in terms of Chris Hughton would be an answer. As usual, subscribe if you have not. Click on the notification bell to get more updates. Jump right into it and start off from the news of Chris Hughton being named as the next head coach of the Black Stars. Now, according to this story, the Ghana FA and Ministry of Youth and Sports have activated plans to give Chris Hughton a long-term contract as Black Stars head coach. We know heading into the World Cup, heading into the playoffs in February, Hughton came up as one of the candidates. A lot of people were pushing for Chris Hughton to be the man in charge for the Ghana Black Stars heading into the World Cup playoffs versus Nigeria, and also into the World Cup itself after we had qualified. The reports were that Otuado would take charge of the team because they wanted continuity. They wanted someone who had worked with the team, take the team through that qualification phase, and then get us over the line in qualifying for the World Cup. Well, none of us got what we wanted. Otuado stuck to the job and went in to take Ghana, first of all, through the playoff phases and into the World Cup itself. And it did not go well in the end. Otuado stepped down and went back to Dortmund to focus on his contract he had with them, as the FA had to negotiate with Dortmund over his release, as they unfortunately were not able to do when he was assistant coach when Ghana went to the African Cup of Nations. Fast forward to December 2022, Chris Hughton has come back on the radar only because Otuado did not do well for Ghana at the World Cup. I have to tell you, if Otuado had done well with Ghana at the World Cup, he might still be at the helm. Well, that is all conjecture now. But now the reports are saying that the Ministry of Youth and Sports have activated plans to make former Brighton and Hove Albion boss Chris Hughton the new Black Stars head coach. And now the coach has been linked to the Ghana coaching job ahead of appointing, had been linked to the coaching job ahead of the appointment of Otuado. Hughton was appointed finally as a technical advisor for the Black Stars after the African Cup of Nations in Cameroon. Confirmation has come through that measures have been put in place to make the Irishman, of Ghanaian descent, the permanent gaffer of the Black Stars team. He was with Otuado during the clash against the Super Eagles in Nigeria. He's expected to be made head coach of the national team in the coming days if nothing pops up, with the Ministry of Youth and Sports keen to reach agreements with the FA to make the appointment official. Hughton is a vastly experienced coach who had stints with Premier League sides Newcastle United and Brighton and Hove Albion. He's expected to be given 3 years contract with all parties agree. Should all parties agree on the departure on his appointment after Otuado's departure. Meanwhile, Otu has advised the Ghana FA boss to be bold and fearless in implementing his ideas on the Black Stars. Does that mean Otto is trying to suggest that he was not given the chance to implement his ideas on the national team? Well, you can decipher whatever you want from this. Vice President of the FA, Mercado, after Otuado's exit, mentioned that the FA has plans to get a new gaffer for the Black Stars ahead of the AFCON qualifiers that will be taking place in March. He said, we knew that Otuado will be leaving in 6 months, so we do have a succession plan. Mercado told the press briefing in Doha on Saturday. We're just going through the process. It's a process. The Ghana FA works with different stakeholders in the decision-making process. Like I said, first thing is to get our reports quickly, have a meeting within our stakeholders, including the president and the executive council and government. And once that is done, we will make a decision on the successor. So yes, we have a plan, he added. And I have to sit on that comment from Otuado. He says the new Black Stars head coach has to be firm and strong in implementing his ideas onto the national team. Does that mean he did not have full carte blanche over the national team in getting his ideas and his philosophy into them? Is he trying to put out a message there? Kusiki Akono has said it in the past that the national team call-ups has interferences, and that is a known secret. He himself, when at the helm, said that he was making the decisions. Otto Addo has reiterated that before. Is he implementing or indicating that that was not the case? Well, whoever gets in charge, whether Chris Hughton, whether Hev or not, whoever it is, will need carte blanche to do what they want, to implement their ideas and their philosophy. And politicizing national team call-ups, first of all, will not help any coach who takes over the helm of the national team. Thomas Partey has been accused, not directly though, but Sule Ali Muntari said that also players like Thomas Partey, if they give just 25% of themselves, the Black Stars will be unbeatable. He also commented about players using social media platforms like TikTok and all those things in the dressing room when preparing for an important clash. Not the best of things to do. When you are preparing for the clash, please focus on the game. When you are done and everything is over, you can go back to your social media fun and everything. And it is clear indiscipline is one thing that has affected us in the past. The current crop of players need a firm hand, especially when we are not developing football from the youth level to build the players up and have them know and understand each other, as we did with Montari's class of players. We have players who, just because they are doing well at club level with their clubs and individually are good, we put them together and expect them to have team chemistry just like that. We put coaches in charge who have not seen or followed the activities of players from the youth level coming up, and to know where they are strong at, they have to work with them directly to be able to decipher all these things. There is truly a structural problem at the FA and with our football. And once that is not addressed, any coach that will come in will have a tough time trying to get the result and get Ghana to win a trophy. It is not by chance that teams win trophies. There are times when teams win trophies and you don't understand why they do it. Teamwork makes the dream work. And with Ghana, especially at this World Cup, we were not coordinated as a team in terms of our performances. Yes, we won 3-2 versus South Korea. We had some great moments versus Portugal. But were we really a team in this World Cup? Did we really have chemistry among our players? If you'd be honest, we did not. That will not happen overnight. And even if Chris Hughton comes in, it might not be the case. He will be needed to give him time. He will need to be given time to do what he wants. Need to give him the chance to implement his ideas. Those at the helm of our football have to understand that. And it will take a lot of time for things to change. We hope that they have learned from these mistakes. All the accusations coming around as to why we were exited from the World Cup have to be put to the side, and we have to control things which are within our reach. Player call-ups, football development, coach giving the leeway and carte blanche to select players he feels will fit his system and his style of play. These are some of the things we need to focus on than the trivial ones. Let me know your thoughts in the comments box. And do you think Chris Hughton will change things for the Ghana Black Stars without all these things that I have said? I'll see you guys in the next one. Enjoy your evening.